Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Sunday, July 28th, 2019. And today is more of the Pyanodon's playthrough. And we are going for finishing up the light N doped silicon as well as setting up ferrite and then working towards the final 6 intermediates before actually making circuit board 2s. It'll be really nice. So, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that good stuff. And if you're so inclined, be sure to head on over to twitch.tv/otakushowboat to give a follow and to turn on notifications to know when I go live and to take part in the streams yourself. You could also follow me on Twitter at Otaku Showboat and take a deeper dive into my thoughts as I stream each week by reading the weekly recap posts on my website, otakushowboat.com. With that out of the way, clearly, first off, to mention, hey, I have a script now at the start. Figured it's about time to start reminding folks to engage. That's rather important, I think, at this point. People do it because it's effective. It's as simple as that. It works. It works. Sometimes you just need that reminder. Also, if you do end up watching on Twitch, definitely do not forget to leave that follow. And definitely don't forget to actually come to the stream on a regular basis, because I really do need both the follows and the average views to hit affiliate. We are currently at, gosh, I think it's almost 2.2 at this point in terms of the average views. Let me actually bring up my achievos. We're at 2.16 of 3 average viewers at the moment, as well as at 38 out of 50 followers. So I need 12 more followers. 12 whole followers before hitting affiliate status at the moment, as well as getting just a few more people to show up on a regular basis. So, I need to actually go in. I've been playing Pi Block lately. That's been a lot of fun, especially once I got to a certain point where I was no longer starting to really wait around for a ton of things. I'm still waiting around for copper, though. I also put Pi Block in its own folder now because it's getting to be in a lot of saves. Today is the 41st stream of the Pyanodon's playthrough. That is a thing. A rather important thing. So, if you are watching this stream live, you will notice that I have updated my starting soon screen as well as my break screen. They are now more in line with my update to the blog, the website, where I had made a new featured image for the streaming recaps. It's now got my logo with a black bar type banner with the text on it for streaming recap. Well, now I've got the same style, except it's starting soon, and then quick break, be right back. So that's, I think it looks a bit nicer than what it was. It used to be rather plain. So, there was, an issue on these guys somewhere, somehow, something. I don't know exactly what something was going on. Uh, it's not for lack of the fluid inputs, so something's up out there at the rare earth. So I think I'll start with that today. That will be the very first thing. Also looks like I need to pick up some regular niobium pipe segments, so that will be what we do next. Right after checking what's going on out here, because I don't know what this problem is going into today. Remember, I set up this little thing last time. Last time I ended up setting up the further processing of silicon. Actually, was it last time that I set up that quartz? I don't remember. I don't actually remember. I had set up the processing of silicon wafers into heavy N-doped and P-doped silicon, which means I set up some zinc acetate production and finished hooking up this rare earth oxide production. So what exactly is our problem here? You have tailings that I have not hooked up to my network. That's what you have. I think I'm currently producing more tailings than I need, so I will just void these. Also, I want to point out PyBlock does a really good change, a really nice change to the sinkholes and to the gas vents. It changes them to not need power, and they void 200 units per second per machine. I really, really, really enjoy that change. It sort of needed to be without power for the early game to take care of some byproducts in the early game. That would be fine. If it required power though on the sinkholes, that would still be okay, I think. In the end, I would like it to do 200 per second. That would be wonderful and ideal. So that gets this cooking again. So the light N silicon, we're already making the things that are required for it, but we're not making enough of it. Now, I'm torn as to whether or not I want to actually start scaling up some of that, or hold off until setting up at least a minimal amount of blue science and start working towards blue science techs. Because either way, once I get through setting up of the circuit board 2s and therefore blue science, I'm going to be scaling a lot of things. I will be scaling quite a bit. In fact, that's probably when I'll do a complete transition into fully renewable infinite power through the power of either solar arrays or mushrooms or just something outside of the crude oil based stuff. Something other than crude oil. Fuel oil. So that's going to eventually be a thing. Now, it's actually fairly convenient that we're all the way down here because I do need to run up phosphine gas. Oh hey, we're at 109 hours now. Now, I am making phosphine. In fact, phosphine is part of my process for making phosphoric acid. I think, actually, one of my mines for the phosphate rocks is dead. I don't know if I've picked it up yet. At least one of those mines, I think, is dead. And I was thinking, you know, eventually these salt mines are going to die and I can prettify my bus at that corner a bit later. I do, however, need to figure out what lane my phosphine is going to end up on, because I'm pretty sure I didn't route phosphine up here. I have the phosphoric acid, but not phosphine. So that's slightly problematic. Ever so slightly problematic. Also, I really need to scale my wood production drastically. Now, last time, you may remember, I did install nanobots, if it hasn't been absolutely painfully obvious thus far, as my nanobots go about repairing everything that I inevitably damage. So here's phosphoric acid. And here's phosphine. Now, I'm currently taking phosphine to add to the phosphoric acid. I'm probably gonna stop this. Because I'm currently taking phosphorus acid, which it looks like I can potentially scale this up. How much of this stuff do these three give me? You need pure sand in, but that I can make enough pure sand in a different process. 3 per second. Wow. Okay. Also, yes, it looks like I've got... This one is dead now. So actually what I want to do is I want to do that because it will put it onto the other lane. I'll start shoving stuff off the other lane. I have 3.3k left though on that one, and these do what's the mining time? I don't actually know. Let me just pick this up right quick. 200%. Which means that's 4 per second, so I have 8 per second at the moment of these phosphate rocks. Up to 8 per second. Which means I could add one more jaw crusher if I really so desired. I could add another 3, but I don't have the pure sand. Is that what that? I have 6 per second of pure sand. That theoretically... Yeah, theoretically that's fine, but am I even... You've got 3 for 15 per second. This should... Ah, so here's what's happening here. This is being limited by wood to make phosphine. Yeah, this on the phosphine is being limited by wood. And then all of it technically gets converted into this phosphoric acid. But if I have a full thing of phosphoric acid, I'm backing up on phosphoric. Which it looks like I may not be. I mean, I may be slowly but surely draining here. Well, anyway. I am... Thing is, this will... back up. Okay, what I'm going to do... What I am going to do... is I will... put it behind an overflow valve to go into this machine. This, however, will be a bit tricky because of this steam here. So what I'm going to, I think, have to do is, work my way around it. Looks like I need to make an overflow valve. And that will be sure to only work when I am overproducing on phosphine. Theoretically, I shouldn't be, but that's just, now, grab my car. That's just some insurance, shall we say. That is my insurance. Now, oh joy, oh bliss, finding a spot on the bus. I'm pretty sure both of these are now in use, leaving me with just these 2. Now I want to make sure this one is free. I'm pretty sure this lane is free. Yes, it is. So that will be what I go down this lane right here. Ah, that's a good indicator. It's a wrong spacing, but that's a good indicator. Oh, that's sad. Anyway, up we go. Because I'm gonna have to, I think, go... have to dodge this. So I think if I go to the right from here, we should be fine. Just have to dodge all of my... Uh-oh. Oh, should be fine. Not fine. Not fine. In the slightest. Thanks. Sulfuric acid. Break everything! Waste nanobots! Because you can! Alright, I have space to go down. So it was this lane. Remember? Off we go. Oh, right, I completely forgot something. Here, let me just do this real quick. Streaming now with more Pi Factorio, working towards light and silicon and ferrite today. Twitch.tv/Otaku Showboat. Tweet. Go. I forgot my tweet today. I was too focused composing my script. And I forgot my tweet. I forgot the tweet. Not like it really matters at this point, because I don't have, like, an active following, but still. Whoops. There we go. Just want to be sure. All the repairs going down. Slowly but surely, everything will be repaired. In fact, I am purposefully taking this a little bit slower so that things get repaired. One of these days, I think I will also align all of my pipes so that things look a little bit more organized and nicer. Definitely, when I start a new playthrough, at whenever that ends up happening, I don't know when that might end up happening. That's one of the things I want to be sure to do is, from the beginning, organize my pipes and align them on a common alignment. Because that gives you more room to maneuver. Get out of the car, grab some glorious landfill. Start working the way up As per usual, of course, I have the kitty next to me today. He's resting, sleeping comfortably next to me. He made messes overnight. Again. But fortunately, he did it on the training pads, which is just fine. That's why we have them. Because we know. Okay, once this phosphine is connected, I need to look up and see what's next. Because I've completely forgotten at this point. Outside of phosphine, I have completely forgotten what else I need for my light N dope silicon. Don't even know how much phosphine I need to run this machine. That's a little sad. Now, what I may also want to do is actually loop some of that phosphoric acid back and start converting some of it back into phosphine. But we shall see. Because there is a recipe that is... Oh no, I'm wrong. I confused the recipe to make phosphine out of phosphorus for a recipe to go from phosphoric into phosphine. Sadly, that is not the case. That is sadly not the case. Although this recipe is convenient. It gives you phosphate rocks that you can use to go and make some phosphine. Out of phosphorus acid. But yeah, phosphine is not used for a lot. It's apparently used in a hydrogen chloride recipe. Interesting. Whoa, and it gives phosphoric acid. What? $50 phosphine to 40 phosphoric. 5 to... Wait, what? This gives you more phosphoric acid per unit of phosphine, and it gives you 50 units of hydrogen. What? What is this magic? What is this magic here? Where are you magically getting chlorine out of this? I mean, I'll take it, gladly. Yeah, your tail's in the way for me to cross my legs. Alright. Oh, also, I've sort of not gotten a third cup of coffee today. I'm trying to, cut down a bit on the coffee. So this is just the last dregs of my second cup. New plan! I happen to be short on hydrogen chloride, so... Actually, I'm short on chlorine, so ideally if I can back up on hydrogen chloride, that would be the most ideal so that I can actually use my chlorine for beautiful purposes. Why did I not see this recipe previously? Holy crap, that's such a better recipe. Like, really? Seriously? Yeah, and 8 phosphine. I'm not even making 8. Normally, I would need to vastly scale things up. But as you can see, I am now making the light N doped silicon. So now I've got P, light, and heavy N's. Next, ferrite. I don't want to get distracted by that alternate recipe at this point in time. I will make note of it. Transition phosphine to phosphoric acid to the mixer recipe that gives HCl. Because that's like, just add water and you've got much more efficient way of converting phosphine into phosphoric acid, and that will allow me to back up on the phosphoric acid and to therefore back up on phosphine. I also need to and expand the production of phosphine slash phos for us acid, all of that beautiful stuff, all that beautiful wonderful stuff. So ferrite is made in a high pressure furnace out of iron oxide, nichrome, and zinc plates. I have the zinc plates and the nichrome. I think I have the nichrome. I probably don't have the nichrome sent all the way up here. That's the zinc. That's chromium. This is silicon. I do not have nichrome. So that's what I will bring up the rest of the way next, is nichrome. I also need my nitrobenzene and my iron. Now the nitrobenzene is sort of brought up already. It's been brought up a good way. I forget it's here. So the nitrobenzene will be what I use to add to my production of iron oxide. Of stuff and things! Adding to my stuff and things. And since it's right here, I will bring this up. I've already got my iron pretty much all the way routed up, so that's the easy part. Next is to get the nitrobenzene, then I have to run the nichrome up, and then it's just a matter of just hooking things up, and we will actually be done. Oh joy, oh bliss. So, as it turns out, there really wasn't too much to go from the start here. Interesting to see how we are actually almost on the opposite shore now. That's exciting. See, the iron's already brought all the way up there. Just gotta make my way down, grab the belt, not the belt, the pipe, then bring it the rest of the way up. I'm looking at the alignment with the other items for this. This one goes all the way up. My goodness. Okay, so high pressure furnaces. I'm going to need a few of you, actually. Just a few of you, to say the least. Also, how is power? I think right on the edge. I think my power is right on the edge. I definitely want to set up that Mark 1 thingy. Doesn't look like the, I kept the ghost there for it, but... yeah, I definitely want to do that, because I can pretty much make as many Taugi as I want to feed it. Like, it's not difficult setting that up, and it's like net 30 something positive for megawatts. That'll be great. I need, I think it was 8 per second. There be 8. There be 8. Yeah, rotation is good. Gotta be sure to make use of my nanobots. Now, why 8 per second? Why do 8? Oh, that's not the right thing. Why do 8 when I know that I have some coming out as a byproduct from my rare earth oxides? Well, it's because I don't want to depend on my rare earth oxides. If I back up on rare earth oxides, what am I going to do about that other amount of production? That missing amount of production at that point? It's not much, so I have to make sure that I can make up for it when I back up on rare earth oxides, which I should back up on rare earth oxides. Then just hook the stuff up. Now I do have the option here of how I want to route this, because I have a lane for it, but I might want to exclusively use this for what is to come, which is the ferrite, and the ferrite is made, again, in the high pressure furnace. Interesting, 2 coal to 1, or 2 wood to 1 coal, versus 10 to 8. Don't mind me, just thinking. You. How many of you do I need again? 4. Let me bring up my notes to see that I need... I actually haven't looked, haven't done this math and written it down. Probably have done this math. This is used in inductor 2s. I need 1.6 per second, so yes, 4 high pressure furnaces. So I need more furnaces. More are required. And this, of course, will need the nichrome and the zinc as well. Do I do mixed belts? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. 2.5 per second. That's a fair lot. Okay. What we're going to do here is we're going to do input priority left and bring in the iron oxide that's coming out of the rare earth oxides. Going all the way out and zooming out so I can sort of see what the alignment looks like. Ooh. I ran out of stuff. Where's my car? Of course, my car is there. Do I have thingies for this? Yes, I do. I have carried around rubber, making this very convenient. Alright. Pretty sure that these can move 2.5. Where is my bookmark? I have a bookmark for this. Inserters. Inserters. Long-handeds from belt. Perpendicular. At cap bonus 2. That is not 2.5. I am sad. Very, very sad that that will take up an extra spot until I get one more capacity bonus. Alright, one of these is nichrome, one of these is zinc. Also, you're not actually hooked up to the nitrobenzene yet. The backlog of the iron oxide is fine for now. Where is that nitrobenzene? Oh, there. Let's just waste all of the landfill, sure. Come on, nitrobenzene, do some work for me. And this is gonna be times 4, like 1 point something. It doesn't matter having evened outputs here. So I'll just keep it like so. Alright, you have your iron oxide in. I just need the nichrome and the zinc. Zinc is easiest, because it's right here already. Looks like it's ran all the way up there already, which is great. Do I want it right above? I think so. I think this will be fine. Hopefully I have enough landfill. Might have to do some excursions to grab some more. Especially since I also have to bring the nichrome up. Fortunately, nichrome should have a space already on the bus. I will be sad if it doesn't. Watch it not. All out of coffee. Bang boom pow. Yeah, I know. You woke up. You woke up from that. Where's that car? Oh, car? Oh, vehicle. Give me those. Oh, look, it's nichrome. So, question of the day. Where is my nichrome? That's neobium iron. What's this lane? Here's nichrome. Right here. That would be the nichrome. What do you feed into? Ah, you feed into the TPA. Right. See, I knew that I had this on my bus. It's just where exactly is always the issue. Alright, I'm going to not have enough excuse me, belt dragging me away. Oops. Another kill on a pipe. Let's head on out and pick up some more landfill. Sounds like a wonderful idea. Here, take the blueprints out of my inventory. And the mining drills and the general wrap. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Whole 87 units of landfill. Alright. Ooh, hello. Like, what? Boink. There you go. I was, not producing. Yeah, die. Die. Die, rocks. All rocks must die. Anywho's yeah, all that, please. Taking a trip to my kappa. Again. Just to pick up whatever new landfill I've been producing. A whole of 163 units. Beautiful. Where's a, stone patch? Oh, stone. Wherefore art thou? Next unit, like patch stone. Cause I've got a 1 mil there. And I have what might remain of this. Yeah. 216K. 2.1. I think I'm gonna go to that mill and just, you know, convert it into landfill. It shall be converted. Save my, save my iron, shall we say. This is a rather important thing to do early, so I'm going to do it right now. Do I have? I don't. I want some of that automated factory action. Ooh, not enough coal gas. Maybe. I don't need this anymore. Oh, that's so nice. Just being able to, use nanobots like that. So lovely. Anyway, where's that stone? Down here. Right here. This stone will no longer exist in a little bit. Don't mind me. The death warrant on this stone patch has been signed. Partly because... oh, that is a lot of sand extractors. I could have just done what I would usually do, but anyway. You exist. So, arrow point towards the machine to get the proper alignment. Oops. There we go. That will make landfill. And it will offload it into a glorious warehouse. Make sure to actually place the warehouse and then arrow in. Then it's all about power. I know this is a bit of a delay towards progression by doing this now, but I definitely need at least some more landfill. Question is, do I think I get my power tapped down here? This would be the closest source of power. Nice knowing you, Stone. Nice knowing you. So one of these automated factories can take up to 60 per second in of stone to process into 3 per second on landfill. So yeah, saying that I've just signed its death warrant is an understatement. I should totally make these guys 4 speeds. I'd rather productivity get the most out of the ore, because speed on mining machines, that simply means that you will mine the patch out faster. I'd rather get more ore out of a patch through productivity. Anyway, that is done, and we'll be accumulating stone. So the occasional trip will ideally produce several thousand units of landfill when I need it. So heading on up, how about repairing that? That'd be great, thank you. Now to finish things off. Get that nichrome routed. Time for a drive. That actually is a very large amount of landfill that gets produced out of my molybdenum processing. It's quite convenient. I know it exists, it's just, it's just a matter of remembering, having the time to go grab more of it from there. Off we go. Is it possible to, like, not only copy the like thing that's on the tile, but copy the landfill underneath it. That would be convenient. Because if I do a copy, I can copy landfill if there's nothing on top of it, but I can't, like, grab both at the same time. Trying to, there we go, that will do it. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Unfortunately, it doesn't work the way I want it to, which is just to, you know, drag and have both the tiles appear. Hmm. Well, I actually muted myself in time. Isn't that wonderful? Alright. May as well just do this manually then. If that's gonna just use up my nanobots for no particular time save. I mean, I think it is a time save, but do I really want to use my nanobots for it? That's the question. That be the question. No. What lane number is this? 1? This is lane 1. Oh boy. Oh gosh, that's not good. I don't know how many thingies need to jump. Hopefully not more than one more. Well, that's convenient. Everything else was actually properly sorted. Give me my car, please. Make sure that alt mode is actually on. Car, come with me. I need some iron for some undergrounds. Okay, getting closer to the final goals. This should be the nichrome, anyway. Once it arrives, I will have ferrite coming out. And that is, I think, the last new piece of the puzzle before our final 6, our countdown to our final 6. So, the final 6. I think I have buildings already. I think I already have, like, the electronics factories and such somewhere. Let me grab my car, see what buildings I have, do a bit of a check-in. Where's the... Like, you really took that long to catch up. Alright. I think it's about time to do a little bit of reorganization. Like, if I do need stuff that's here, I know that it's here. Because there's quite a few buildings. FB reactors, chip shooters. Where are the electronics machines? That's what I'm primarily looking for. Because they're not in here. The electronics machines, I think, if I've made them, will end up being way back near the start of the bus, which I can take a trip out there anyway to pick up some more undergrounds and splitters. That's not too big of a deal. And some more inserters, it looks like. So for the most part, I think this is just going to be a big, a large amount of logistics work than anything else. This is primarily just a matter of logistics at this point. Now, I think that this chest is near my pipes. No, this is power stuff. You. Electronics factories. I'll take the pumps too, because I know I'm going to need the pumps. So, circuit board 2. Diodes, microchips, resistor 2s, transistors, capacitor 2s, and inductors. I'm already making solder, just need to run that up. Let's just go down the list. Diodes require cermet, so that's the last thing. Right, one more thing. There's always going to be one more thing. Cermet is the one that I've completely forgotten about. It is used in diodes and microchips and resistor 2s. So, yeah, that is next. That has to be next. I also need a not insignificant amount of melamine resin. There's the boric acid. I need to bring up the aluminium pulp as well. And I need the things to make the capacitors. So, and the inductor and resistor ones. So, glass, tin, coke, all that sort of stuff. So, cermet comes from ash and lubricant. Okay, so another use of ash. I'll need to route ash, and then crude cermets. So crude cermets require molybdenum ore, nickel ore, and ceramics. This is the one that's going to be the royal pain in the rear end. Because I do have molly. I do have some molly to mine. I don't have a nearby source of nickel. I think. At least not a convenient nearby source of nickel. Next to a molly. It'd be nice if I had a molly and a nickel, like, right on top of each other. But, oh look. I have a molly and a nickel right on top of each other. Crude cermet is molly, nickel, and what now? I'm not gonna bother looking. Crude cermet, molly, nickel, and what now? Ceramics. Ceramics. In which ceramics are coke, clay, or coke, clay, and salt to actually more than double the efficiency. Problem is, salt is valuable, and I mean, so is coke, but I think not as valuable as salt. There's no salt near here either. There is a source of coal, couple sources of coal to make coke locally. Think I'll do that. So this is going to be that stuff. Now, crude cermet, is it only used in cermet? Yes. So, is it worth physically making this locally? So what is that going to involve? Well, it involves bringing in the... Well, I already have the stuff to mine nickel already out here. The moly does need drill heads, but I have drill heads here that I can split off to bring down. They're also just straight up being made right here anyway before going up, so I can split off there and go down and over to the molly. If I were to do the crude cermets elsewhere, I would have to have a line of 2 belt lines going out, right? I would need 2 belt lines going out. If I were to do the crude cermets here, I would need a ceramic production setup here. Or bring a line in for it out, and then a line crude cermet out. If I were to do the full cermets here, I would need to bring another pipe in, as well as other things. So, let's see, this should be the last tech I have currently available. So, I would need to bring a line of ash in as well. So this would be and then the cermet belt out. So it would be a belt. It would involve having to set up coke locally, as well as produce ash and bring in lubricant. And then you end up with one cermet belt out, with one ash belt in. I think I can make this work. Without too much trouble. It's going to involve a lot of things, though. Fortunately, it's just moly and nickel ores. Nickel is easy to mine. Again, echo stop. Stupid dot. Whenever I say nickel, it sometimes thinks that I am calling its name when I'm not. Okay. Mining drills are the easy part. Hard part is the moly mining drills, which are here, because these need the optics and batteries and niobium iron alloy. Now, all of that is easy, I just have to go grab some. That's nichrome, that's not niobium iron. This is niobium iron. And optics. Then all the way up here, I will have batteries. Somewhere. Somewhere all the way up here. Batteries. Also steel, apparently. Steel is good. Steel is great. Steel is wonderful and magnificent. As is circuits. There we go, that just gives me steel. Oh, duralumin too. Oh boy. Car. How many of these do I need? I have no idea. What I do know is that I'm going to need more high pressure furnaces. Because I'm pretty sure the cermets are made in the high pressure furnaces. This is also going to be how I'm getting the coke out there from coal. Alternatively, I could just do renewable coal out of mushrooms, but considering we've got a local source, I am not going to do that. Now it's engine units, so I think we have all that I am really interested in making. How's the high pressure furnaces looking? in terms of cermet. So you make the actual cermet, but you don't make the crude cermet because the crude cermet's made in ball mills. But let me get an idea as to production, because that's the other step of this, is I need to figure out the production and how many cermets I end up requiring. So cermet gets used in half of the things that we're making. So let me do some math here. 1.835. 3.85, I think, is how much I need in total per second. That's heaven. Oh my, that's a lot of ash. Yeah, that's a lot of ash. That's a lot of ash. Okay. That's a lot of lubricant too. What is a convenient source of ash? Flue gas, I guess, to ash. Lots of stuff has ash as a byproduct. Anyway, prior to setting all this up, I think it is about that time, close enough to that time anyway, I am going to take a brief break, and when I return is when I will be setting up these cermets. I will be back shortly. And I have returned from my brief break. Let's get these cermets worked on. So I've grabbed non-zero amounts of mining drills. I want to look at the ball mills again and these guys. So cermets needs half as many crude. Interesting. 2.63, huh? Wow, that is not a lot. This isn't so bad. Then technically ash, you can make a lot out of various processes, but I can just route pretty much all of my spare. I mean, this basically just converts tailings to ash. That's a lot of ash out of glycerol. Including the flue gas is a lot of ash here. And I'm technically doing this. I can filter more flue gas. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do, because I've got an ash line here. I don't know if this doesn't look like 8 per second, but should be enough to cover things for now, especially if I take the flue gas that's being produced here out of these 4 and start converting it into ash. That should cover things. So it's 2 ball mills and 3 per second on ceramics. Oh, I guess I also need a couple of clay pits with boilers. Might only just need the 1 clay pit. Anyway, moving right along. I will need to pull some power as well. What's happened with the current nickel? What's wrong? Current nickel? Oh, echo stop. Current nickel, why are you dead? Sand castings. Hello. Uh-oh. Right. I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo. So, I needed to split off just sand castings, but I didn't want to lose it completely from this mixed belt. So let's fix that. Let's go fix that. Let's have a look-see. So the way to fix this is... to do that. That is the, easy way, shall we say. Gosh, that's been broken since I set up the better chromium. Hello, Coke. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Source. Tempted to bring that Coke down. Anywhoozle. Oh gosh, hello. FPS. What's your problem? You don't like me being zoomed out that far. Why? What's wrong with this zoom? I don't know. Let's clean up some of this map. Lots of regolites. And a bit of, that is really low density per unit, but in total 228.7 per second is a fair bit of crude oil. Yeah, it's really low density per node, but it's a lot of nodes, so that makes it actually a pretty decent patch. Yeah, 228.7. Alright, nickel requires syngas, because of course it does, and then this requires the drill heads. First up, you. No. Oh, that's unfortunate. That gets most of it, anyway. I could arrange it. I think I can get 7 to occupy the whole freaking thing, but anyway, 6. Divide that by 3, that's 7 per second. Yep, 7. So 6 is fine. That is definitely going to give me more than enough molly. Remember, we need a set of drill heads in on each side. I need to pick up more. Need to pick up more belt. Or just make more belt. Here, do that, please. Needs inserters. So there's more molly. Working towards these cermets. Then I don't need a ton of nickel ore, just a little bit. This is nickel. Yes, yes. This is nickel, a particularly dense nickel for that matter. Don't need a ton, just 5 per second is fine. Hey, I'm out of space. Sure. Oh, car. Oh, vehicle! Come thither and give me some inventory space. I can finish crafting my stuff. Oh boy, yeah, take those. And that. Okay, I could do proper coke production off of that. Or that. Probably gonna tap this one. Let's do... Oh, and there's actually more sulfur close by, too. How convenient. Oh, and apparently, I don't have radars. I have an insufficient number of radars everywhere. So how about actually placing these down? I know technically I probably don't need standard radars for a lot of this. But, I'll keep what I got going. The standard radars here, at least, are going to help with clearing some more of the map. Help reveal some of those additional resources that do not get automatically revealed. The node-based resources that do not get automatically revealed with the current RSO setting. The ore patches get automatically revealed, but the oil and such do not. Oh, look, another coal. Oh, look, another nickel. Ooh, iron and copper next to each other. Oh, hello. All you are new. Yeah, just more of the same. While I'm up here. One thing I could also do is actually output the ash from my burner lines rather than continuing to void the ash, just basically add to my ash line. Okay, that's those powered. Don't really have to worry about doing anything particularly obscene on these. Alright, some logistics time. I need the syngas. Which I'm currently routing right up here. This is a very short trip. So that's the nickel. The moly going to be a little bit more complex. Still, the sand castings have not made their way out here. What? There they are. There they are, after fixing my sand castings. They've taken this long to get out here. Where am I pulling out the thingies? Probably So that's shorter. I think actually this distance is shorter, but anyway, I'm going to head on out over here and bring my drill heads down, because that's the next thing, is the drill heads. Ooh, an aluminium reserve. I'm just splitting these off from there. Let's go with drill heads. More belt. All of the belt will be run this day. Let's see, what am I going to use for my indicator to run them to the right? Probably this. This seems like a good enough indicator to me. Just hop over where I will, or just go a little bit past where I split the syngas south. Gee, I hope I have enough belt for this. Hey, there's nickel again, finally. Bring this belt up. There we go. That is the drill heads, so that is now molybdenum and nickel secured. Now, next, of course, I need the ceramics, because if I put down, let's see, how do I want to orient things? Why are you like that? And you should be the other orientation. Well, anyway, you there. You are making crude cermets and will require ceramics. They're probably going to come in there and then go out there. So, ceramics. Ceramics are made from coke and clay. And clay needs steam. There goes my nickel. Echo, stop. Echo, stop. Stop. Please. Every single time. Every time. I have to change that activation word because every time I say nickel, it thinks I'm saying something completely different. Again, drill heads need to get here for that to start operating. And it's just 3 per second on the nickel required, 1.8 on the moly. I'm overproducing on both of those for the moment. Ceramics, though. To hit 3 per second on the ceramics without salt, looks like I need just 2. And I need twice as much in clay, so 6 per second on clay is the target now. How much does a clay pit give? Not much. Alright, I need 4 clay pits, so I need 2 more. And I need 2 boilers. Oh. Oh, my poor kitty. Poor kitty's uncomfortable. Where is the next question? Probably here. It'll come out. There, down, over. Ooh, now I'm out. Uh-oh. Yep. I'm out. Alright. Well, that's fine. Let's see. 4 clay pits. Since I'm going to need coke anyway, it'll be feeding the, boilers. Interestingly enough, with the boilers and clay pits feed each other with steam. That'll get fed in there. These will, of course, need outputs. That, as they say, is that. Then it's just setting up the coke production, which that's going to be a thing that I will probably just do straight up coke or cold coke in the high pressure furnaces. I only need 0.4 per second to feed the ceramics here, so that is perfectly fine. The hard part will be when actually getting the cermets. Like, quite literally, I only need 1 of these, making coke from coal. May as well do the better process. Because 1 of these will give me plenty. Then it's cermet time. Of course. Here you go. Cermets. Apparently 7, not 8. That's fine. There we go. And you need the ash and the crudes. Trixie, Trixie, Trixie. Alright. Set the cermets that will be coming out down here. There we go. Just add lubricant, ash, and coal. And belt. As for coal, coal will be gained through that coal patch, I think. Or in the alternative, I can bring this down, because this will be plenty. Yeah, this will be plenty. I can actually, reverse that. There we go. Alright. Let's go grab some more belts, as well as start running the lubricant and ash out here. Now the ash is going to be interesting. Oh, hello. Yeah, that would help. Did not even notice that. I did not even notice that. No wonder why it was taking so long for the drill heads to get to Molly. They couldn't get there. Oops. Ram all the things. Alright, so... Oh, I am totally way too far south. I was like, I'll just go over to my bus and we'll be fine. I'm totally on the vertical part of my bus. No, I'm on the horizontal part of my bus. Don't mind me. Go around my chromium setup. This is my chromium setup. Go around this, go up to my rubber. Pick up the stuffs. You. What? What? That's a problem. It's a problem stemming from a lack of tar, oddly enough. Guess I better fix this then. Let me see. It's here. Hello, what do I need? Chromium. You know, not like I'm making crap tons of the stuff. Tar extractors. La di 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 da, all of the extractors. Looks like I need standard copper as well. Why so much small parts? Let's make this super simple and go to where I'm buffering my things. Let's go to Buffersville. Land of 50 trillion small parts. It exists right out here. And iron. Iron for pipe. And lead, alright. Lead is also being buffered. Somewhere. Yeah, repair all the things. How many more nanobots do I have? That's a good question. How many? 3! 3 whole nanobots. Maybe I should, pick up some more ammo. That would be good. That'd be great, even. Let's see, how many of these have I made? 6? I need more. More. So, this is what I will tap. How many? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 7. 7 there, and 12. 20. 7 and 12. 19. 19 is how many tar extractors I want. Oh, now you want steel, huh? Now you want steel. Also, I am automating the both these and these. Oh, really? It has been preferentially making repair packs, and it hasn't been shoving them into my glorious production of the nanobots ammo. Yeah, let's fix that. Yeah, you're going that way until you're full. Take all of it. All of it. Never stop. And of course it is limited by circuits. Because of course. Talk about using up all of my circuit board ones. So that is definitely the way to use up all of the circuit board ones. Alright, so that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I need one more. And of course, lots of pipe. Lots and lots of pipe. Now, looking at tar in particular, I'm looking for any place I may have extended the tar out. I'm going here with the tar. It would be nice if I already had some extended, but I don't think so, especially not near this quartz. So I'll do a fresh tar line from... Looks like doing it right next to this. Yeah, right next to this, steam will be fine, which happens to line up at these FB reactors, so that this top tile of the FB reactors doing cumene is what I'm looking for. Don't know if I have enough niobium undergrounds to get all that way out, though. We shall find out. I'll be relatively close to where I'm producing them anyway, so it won't matter too much. Alright, cumene reactors. This is the line I'm drawing. Wait, where's tar? There it is. So this is something I was going to do anyway. One of many things that I was going to do anyway that I was going to do after finishing setting up the circuit board 2s. But... can't. It can't wait. It cannot wait, sadly. Unfortunately. So off we go to get more tar mining. This is Molly. Interesting. I think the name has changed. Nah, so the code name is still molybdenum ore, even though the localized name is molybdenite ore. I don't think I've actually read the localized name, to be completely honest. I don't know if that was changed recently to what it's supposed to be in the form of molybdenite. I'll just keep calling it Molly. Don't mind me. Sadly, today on stream looks like it's gonna be a low average view day. That's unfortunate. I was quite hopeful from last week, where the average was like 3.5 over those 7 days last week. But there are slow days and there are better days. But it's a Sunday, I mean, come on. It's a weekend. It is a weekend. I would expect a little bit better. Actually, I haven't seen Pyanodon lately in the streams. Maybe he's given up on me now. Maybe he's given up on me. Just clean up a lot of this stuff, and yes, there's plenty of salt out here. Plenty of salt. Look at all of these patches. All of this tar. Beautiful and glorious tar. Covered with rocks. I was just thinking this is gonna need a lot more than 16 niobium undergrounds. I can do that there. Lots and lots of extractors. Alright. That is convenient. 3.7? Are you kidding me? Yeah, 3.7. Sheesh. Compared to the 100 per second on that one extractor. Sheesh. Still, it's a lot. It's Allet. Allet, Allet, Allet. Glorious Allet. Praise be to the Allet. Just gonna spam down all of my glorious power poles everywhere. Let's get out of the car. That's just causing more problems than it's solving at the moment. Okay, so that's everything covered for power. I just have to run my big poles up to the molly. Then I have to go to the niobium zone to pick up more underground pipe. Then head on back and hook everything up. It will be glorious. I will have the tar for a lifetime. Enough tar to last a lifetime. Now, what I do want to do, however, is at the very least hook up these like 100 per second mining drills. Because I should at least have enough niobium pipe to ground, or underground pipe, or whatever you want to call it, for that. For that, at least. Now, none of these are particularly great in density, but then you've got this one. This one that's 100, and 84, and 87, and 82, and 95, a 77, and a 14. Actually, because I've got so much regular pipe, it's like I may as well just use the regular pipe, right? It's not like I need to use the undergrounds. Also, power, it's fine. I'll do pipe to ground, or underground pipes here. When going across. And that hooks everything up to the network as it stands. Let's see. This is, like, really ugly. But I'll take it. Sure saves on undergrounds. Then actually hooking it up into the network. There we go. Congratulations! I now have all of the tar on the planet, and I no longer have to return here ever again. However, I will plop down, of course, a radar. Glorious, beautiful radar. Car, wherefore art thou? Way over there. No longer shall we have to deal with the lack of tar. I will be absolutely flooded now with beautiful tar. Still need to go pick up more niobium pipe. So now the rubber should be going again because my aromatics should be back. Back and working. Gosh, really? It's already 22 past noon? That went rather quickly. Rather quickly. I would have liked to have, you know, diodes by now. Then again, technically I did hit my goal for the day. I did set up the ferrite and finished the light N silicon, so there is that at least. I just haven't gotten these cermets yet. I need to pick up the pipe to get the lubricant, and I need to pick up more belt to run the ash. Alright, niobium. Give me these guys. And give me those guys right there. You can take those and actually do that. I said do that. Thanks. And that. Convert all the stone into glorious, beautiful landfill. Alright, lubricant. Glorious lube. How am I gonna route the lube? I need the lube down here. I could make lube locally if I really wanted to. I don't think I really want to. Pretty sure I don't have enough lube, even if I did route what I have, though. Where is my lube? Oh, lubricant. Where am I making you? Somewhere up here. There you are. Yeah. You are on the bus. You are there on the bus. Are you actually routed south? I don't think so, we're gonna run this pipe down to our corner on the bus. Then figure out how I'm gonna run it even further south. Right here looks good. Wow, that's actually a lot cleaner of a routing than I thought it would be. That is a lot nicer. Can't believe this was actually free without having to go around anymore. Alright, how far south am I going before I start running this over? Looks like that iron is a good landmark. Yet more tar. The first tar I actually tapped into. Can't believe I just added like another over 700 units per second of tar to the line. My creosote should be absolutely flooded by now. Did I just go like straight? Yeah, I went straight past my landmark. Oops. I went right past it. Maybe I should have made the landmark that stone, although even that I don't think I was particularly easy to see. Alright, I'll start working my way right from here. Then I need the ash, and I need to pick up more belt. Uh-oh. That was a big hitch. Oh yeah, belt. Do my bidding! Hello, kitty. Was that too loud for you? Glorious nanobots, do my bidding. As I hook up all the power here. That should be that. That's all the belt. So, technically... The crude cermets should start moving now. I just need to bring in the ash. So what good this does me running the last bit of belt here that I have on me. This will be interesting. See, that's what I like to see, backed up nickel line that had stopped working entirely because of a silly little error. Of course, I run right into every single pipe. The pipe finder is working beautifully. How's the chest here doing? Just fine. 5.1k? Yeah, that is lovely. I will gladly take 5.1k of the landfill. I can still use it instantaneously. You're still not moving. What? What? Well, I know the problem is no longer tar existing, so now it's likely production capacity on aromatics for what I'm using it for. Also, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, new plan. Oh great. Yes, that's right. I need... Yes, brand spanking new plan. We're gonna start setting up some infinite power. Some infinite renewable power. Just add water. It will involve... Lots of things. How many things? 8 electrolyzers, 6 high-pressure furnaces, 6 combustion turbines, 6 powerhouses. That is not at ratio. Oh my god. 5 of these guys. Of course I need more. More of everything. Yeah, powerhouses to combustion turbines is not a one-to-one. So, to the person who made that wonderful blueprint, it's great that it... Oh, wow, Alright. Yeah, this is beautiful stuff. Yeah, I'll take all of that. Thanks. That's actually highly convenient. Put this landfill away. Heck, store some of the pipes. That is a lot of stones that I can just straight up convert. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, the great thing about these is that I can filter stone and start slowly converting it into landfill. Just add power. What little power I have left. Yeah, and that will slowly drain this, and it will stop at some point once it's out of stuff. Anyway. Moving along. Let's see. So electrolyzers. Of course I need stone for electrolyzers. And apparently a bunch of circuits. I should have circuits. Circuits. 1, 2, 3, 4. More circuits. 5. How many do I need? 8. How many do I have? 5. How many can I make? Many. But I need more alley. More alley. Don't need any of the more exotic things, though. Just get them all out of my inventory. Alright, you there, alley. Grab alley, grab Dura. That's 8, and 27. Also 6. I think that's 6. Yes, 6, and how many gasifiers was that? I think it's 5? 3. Alright, one more gasifier. There's the powerhouses. This is actually, because I'm making combustion turbines, it's actually using my turbines on me. So I'll have to make even more turbines. You... What did you need? Steel? Steel... 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, yeah. Let's see, before moving on into the Falgi, I should have just about everything else in this. It requires 3 of these 4,000 liters tanks and a 1000L. I've got the furnaces, I've got the DDCs, I've got the burners. Just add Falgi, 27. 27 mushroom farms. I will need glorious iron. I will need soil. And wood as well. So, am I buffering wood? I am. I am very happy that I am buffering wood. Do I have actual soil happening anywhere? So I know I had a chest that had soil right there. I will gladly take that soil. You need the copper for the tinned copper cables. Iron, tin, and yet more soil. Ah, now it's circuits. I'm pretty much just going to make as many as I can of the mushrooms. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30? What? Yeah, 30. That's enough. Car? Let's get to it. Where am I gonna put this? Good question. I also need, like, a bunch of you. And a bunch of pipe, but that's, another matter entirely. So I was planning on putting it, like, right out here. So let's go ahead and do that. Off we go. Gosh, I would have liked to have the cermet completely done and going, but power has become another issue. Another issue entirely. Now, I had put, yeah. Yeah, it's like I was pretty sure that I had put the blueprint down. Now, here's the thing about the blueprint, is that it is missing a lot of, well, all of the basic pipe. Which is a shame. This has the benefit of also producing a non-zero amount of ash. In fact, it actually gives us a decent amount of ash, so one can say that this is technically a good way of getting ash. And yes, it did do this in the blueprint, the base blueprint, but I am going to do things the nice way and use actual undergrounds. Also, it's like a lot of iron as well, so bear that in mind. I probably just want to do a blanket replacement. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab you, the upgrade planner, from Iron Undergrounds to Niobium. Yeah, that's exactly. That is exactly what I want. Thank you. Do that, please. Also, do that for me. It's a little inefficient, shall we say. Just a little inefficient. Still waiting on the freaking thingies. Also, do I happen to have... I don't think I do. These guys. There was supposed to be some, like, network, circuit network type nonsense, I think, in here as well, but eh. Eh. Uh, let's see, you were a thing. You were a thing. Out to there, that. This is a closed loop of water for reference. It closes here. Right. Let's see here. Yeah, that. So this uses a process excuse me while I am thinking about the logic of these pipes. This does the more syngas by adding oxygen. And I think it looks like this. Where does the oxygen ultimately come in, though? Why is that underground there? I don't know. I don't know, because I think that this is like this. That oxygen doesn't need to go anywhere. Wait, where do these go? Right. So that hooks up. That's that. That's... Aha. So this goes like that, but you connect to the oxygen. And then you come out, and that's how the oxygen hooks up. But... Gosh, I'm trying to remember how all the pipes go. Don't mind me. Oh, right. Yeah, that goes there. Wait, how did this get its coal gas out? Pretty sure it was this. That's right. That's right, and I'm pretty sure that it did that as well. Also, it did that, and that, and that. This produces a non-zero amount of tar. And it does need to be kick-started with power, so bear that in mind as well. Am I all hooked up? Is that everything? I think so? That needs to be hooked up briefly. That goes into a tank, and then goes out to the other things. I think that is now officially it. That is officially it. Let's make more loaders. Okay, that's that all set up. It also produces iron oxide, but I will be voiding that, obviously. And then this lane is the ash. It will be going directly into here for now. This will be tar that will fill up and then start being voided by the sinkhole there. Okay, okay. Now, the way I've tended to do this is to have 3 water sources. I don't think it needs this much, though. Wonderful, beautiful niobium. Fill in all the water. So this will fill. I can probably just cut it now. That should be enough to fill everything. So I can just cut that pipe now, and it will stay the same. And that is now a closed loop that will fully function. Now I just have to hook this up to the main network, and we'll be good. Where's my car? There's my car. And this will be a approximately 36.5 or so megawatt net positive. That's like in the middle of the lane. Really? Well, that's sad. Looks like I need to pick up more big electric poles. This also does not start immediately, so it's going to act as a bit of a drain for a little bit while it accumulates. So this setup, as the mushrooms get produced slowly and converted into coal, the coal will come out, it will come down, and it will make its way over and up. One lane will be coal. It has to completely fill the fuel of these powerhouses. After it fills up the fuel of the powerhouses and the coal starts backing up, the coal then gets used to fuel the burners, and it gets sent into, through this splitter, the destructive distillation columns. The destructive distillation columns will start making their coal gas, where the excess will be vented. The coal gas goes... Looks like I am missing a little bit of pipe there. The coal gas goes into here to get converted into syngas, using the more syngas, using oxygen recipe. And that syngas, of course, gets converted to combustion mixture. Otherwise, we are electrolyzing into hydrogen, and it is being burned here in these powerhouses once the coke starts flowing. The coke will start flowing from our destructive distillation columns just as soon as we fill up and back up in here. So it will take some time to fill up and back up on the coal. But once it's working, will be great. Once it's fully working, will be wonderful. And of course, with the mushrooms, again, it will sort of try to fill it up to 300. All the mushrooms should be working just fine, and that will be that. And with that, we have reached the end of today's stream. Little sad I didn't finish off the cermets by bringing the ash line in. I should see some crude. Doesn't doesn't look like I've actually started making crude cermets somehow, some way. Technically, the crude cermets should be moving, because I've got... I don't know, I'm probably missing the clay. Why? What? Oh, right. I don't have the water in. Oops. I don't have the water in. That's why that's not working. Water is here, so I can bring the water just fine. But that will have to be on the next one. So what exactly got done today? Well, what got done today was finishing up the light N doped silicon first by bringing phosphine up. So that was first. Phosphine has been brought up, and I've made a note that I need to do a bit of a change on phosphine to phosphoric acid. Then I set up the wonderful and beautiful iron oxide line, as well as ferrite. So now there is non-zero amount of ferrite being produced after doing all the logistics for that. That happened relatively early on, and then went through and saw, hey, there is actually one more intermediate to be produced, and that is the beautiful, beautiful cermets. Right there. Oops, I didn't actually confirm that. Cermets. From crude cermets. So I've sort of started to set things up here. It needs molybdenum ore. Or molybdenite ore. See, this says molybdenum. This says molybdenum on hover. Yeah, starter base looking good so far. Yeah, so got through to this point. In order to actually start making the cermets, I need to bring in ash at this point, and I need to bring water to my boilers so that they can actually start making steam. But outside of that, that's it. Alternatively, I've got this crude oil here. I could stick an oil boiler down. I could stick that down and I'd have enough steam, more than enough steam to power this. That is another option. But yeah, so cermets are coming. Once I have cermets, they need to be routed all the way up. Like, all the way up. They need to have a place on the bus and everything. We're talking about 3-ish thousand units of belt. And while doing all of that, I noticed we had problems with the amount of stuff coming out of this automated factory, and it ends up stemming from a lack of aromatics. Still haven't solved the lack of aromatics because of other things that have popped up. I need to get more aromatics through just more of these machines. I have the creosote to feed more of these machines. I absolutely have the tar. I thought our problems were stemming from lack of tar, so I came over here and, just sorta got another 700 units per second of tar. Don't mind me while I go and tap 700 units of tar per second. So that was a thing. I now have all the tar on the planet tapped. So I have about as much creosote as I could ever desire, and enough aromatics. I just have to add more aromatics. And then I noticed we were running out of power. We were, like, not fully satisfied on power for our production. So I set this thing up. About a 2-chunk sized thing that exists that will help with more power. Ideally. It will it will give more power. It'll give about 36.5 net positive in megawatts, while it itself is another 13. So it'll say, like, I'll have up to 50 more total production out of this, but 13 of it will be this by itself. So, yet again, we've reached the end. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. I will be back tomorrow, where I will finish up the cermets, add to my aromatics, and so on and so forth. From there, it is the final countdown of the last 6 items required for Circuit Board 2s. We're talking, if I remember off the top of my head, diodes, microchips, transistors, resistor 2s, capacitor 2s, and inductor 2s. Wow, I can't believe I actually remembered that off the top of my head. Those are the final things needed to be manufactured for the Circuit Board 2s. Circuit Board 2s themselves will require those 6 items, plus the PCB 2s that we are currently making, and solder. So that's going to be a lot to shove into one machine, for one. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Maybe not exactly tomorrow, but definitely before the end of the month. Then it's, well, then it's Circuit 3s, yes, but then it is scaling. We are going to grow before focusing on adding new things. We are going to grow what we have and actually do things more properly, such as, you know, I need wood. All of it. And I need mushrooms. All of it. I have all of the tar already. I was going to tap this after Circuit 2s, but I needed it now. Just like I was going to expand power after Circuit 2s, but I needed it now. So, stuff I've been delaying will be no longer delayed. Also, things like migrating my iron, my very limited iron at the moment, to better iron patches. Don't think I have to move the copper, no. But yeah, just, I need more things. That's what we'll start working on after Circuit 2s. So, thank you all again for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to do the whole like, comment, subscribe, bell notification thingy. Come over to twitch.tv/otakushowboat and leave a follow. Try to show up if you can. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday through Friday, is when these streams happen live. I hope to see you all on the next one.